Welcome, I am Scotty of Auric Unity. On this channel I combine spirituality and science to help strengthen your spirit, self-development, and holistic health. My goal is to motivate you into self-actualizing, into your fullest potential, into who you are always meant to be. What does that even mean, to self-actualize into your fullest potential? It literally means taking your life by your hands and forming new habits that you practice on a daily basis so that you can see the changes happen around you. So have you asked yourself, is it time for a change? If you've asked yourself this very simple question, there may be indicators that have finally brought you to this point, so you have clicked on this video, where we are now in alignment. So what I may be able to help you is to confirm your beliefs that you have always held within yourself. So the first thing that you may have noticed as you go about your everyday life is something is not right here. Something's not right in the way I think. Why do I let things bother me? Why do I feel so concerned and anxious? Why do I feel so insecure and not confident? When you have those thoughts and you start to think yourself, man, these thoughts, I need to change them. I need to change them now because they are self-destructive. It's about construction of the indestructible self. Is it time to change how I feel? You use that feeling to engage in the effect of bringing and forming new habits to make yourself better. And when you're able to say to yourself that it is now time for a change, that you do want to change the way you think, the way you feel, the way you behave, the way you act, you'll begin to create the life that you want. Is it time for me to change my occupation? Is it time for me to change the circumstances around me? Is it time to change my mindset? Is it time to change how I feel towards things and people and events? Will I allow life to dictate how I act and feel and how I think? Let me tell you, my friend, that all these three things that form the cognitive behavioral triangle, thinking, emotion, and action, correspond with one another. These three ideas are interlinked and influence each other. So when you feel bad that the people that you hang out with may not be the right people that you should surround yourself with. You may also notice that you're working at a job that you do not particularly enjoy and that you fantasize day in and day out about the other things that you could be doing with your life. Maybe is that feeling that you get these messages from whatever you watch, the media that you consume, from feelings of wanting to do more, of knowing that your life that hasn't been fulfilled the way that it should be. These are the indicators that something is not right. Not right with yourself, but not right in who you truly are. When we go about life, we lose our touch with the inner voice, the inner guidance system. We become molded by the environment, by culture, by friends, by family, by the people around us, by the media. This all, in fact, is a belief system, culture, like I've just said. And when this happens, it influences and directs us in a very indirect way into telling what we should do and how we should act, into programming these beliefs that we must do these things to please other people. But I have to tell you, that is not the way that you should live. Instead of being held by the external forces of our environment, of people and society, you should be able to make the choices that you want, that you know is inherently right for yourself, and make new habits that will bring you closer to your goals, and realizing those goals that you will be able to bring your dreams into reality. There are a few indicators that will let you know that it is time for a change in your life. Time to change your thinking. Time to change how you feel. Change in how you act. Change in your life circumstances. Change in your job. Change in friends. Change in where you put your energy and focus into. If you have asked yourself, is it time for a change in any of these domains? You're on the right path. You're making the right choice. You're listening to your inner guidance system, your inner voice. That, my friend, is your intuition speaking to you. This is where the merger of mind and heart come together as intuition. And when this happens and you've asked yourself the question, is it time for me to change? You can begin to create the life that you want, to create a life where you are content, where you are happy, where you are fulfilled, where you feel like you mean something, that you find meaning in the purpose of your life. And along the way, as you do this, you will find your calling. You will feel the energy, the vibration, as it urges you to complete more actions to accomplish the goals that you wish, that you put out in front of you, that you seek out. And if you do these things, my friend, you will begin to effect change. And you will know that the time to change is now, because now is the only moment that we have. The only thing constant in this universe, well, there's a few other constant things in the universe, like death and taxes, but the only thing that's constant in this universe is change. So when you go with change and you embrace change, because the present moment is always about change, it's about now, it's about constant evolution, about things growing and evolving, which would mean that you are growing and you are evolving, that you are self-developing into who you were meant to be. So I don't know where I was going with that, but it is time for change. When you have asked yourself this question, when you've asked yourself those meta questions of what am I supposed to do with my life? Why am I still here? Why am I still engaging with these people? Why do I have these beliefs about myself that I know is not right? And I can tell it's not right. That culture, the society that I live in, family, they place their values on me, which is a value is something that you, a value is something that you believe. And as you believe it, you engage in actions to make the value whole. So let's say in your life, you're working at a job that you dislike, or you're going to school and studying a subject matter that was recommended to you by your counselor or by to whoever else in your family or by friends and your peers. But you know that they say go in it for the money. And as you go into it, you realize that's not what I really want. I don't think that really fulfills me. That right there is something that is going against your inner voice. That's going against your soul calling, your soul urging you to take a step back and look at that situation and say, you know what? I have to change how I look at the situation. Is it as I'm engaging into going to school that I don't like, or studying a subject I do not like, or being with friends I know I should not be friends with, or in a relationship I shouldn't be engaged in, or acting out in behaviors that I know are not conducive to my well-being, forming bad habits where I become addicted? Well, that's when you know it's time for a change. And I implore you, when you ask yourself these questions, where you are able to remove yourself from that situation, from that addiction, from that relationship, from what society wants you to do, or what your family and friends want you to do, you can begin to really listen to your inner voice. You can begin to engage into your higher self and change the direction that you want it to go towards. But it all starts with now. Now is the time to change. Now is the time to catapult yourself into your greatness. And the few ways that you can begin to effect this change in your life is forming habits that you can engage in every day. These habits are meta habits as well as practical habits. Why do I call them meta habits? Well, the meta habit is thinking about your thinking. It's about feeling about what you're feeling, or acting of how you're acting. I don't know, that just go with me on that one. But what I'm saying is, It's literally to have that cognition of how you feel, how you act, how you think, and be able to, why? How come am I thinking like this or feeling like this? Why does it make me feel like this? When you're able to remove yourself, disengage from that moment and reflect in what was happening in that given time, you begin to harness this power to affect the change that you want and begin to put new habits now, form new habits now, new ways of thinking, new ways of feeling now into bringing change in your life. When you go about in your self-development, you will change the way you think, the way you feel, and the way you act, the way your mentality, your mindset in engaging in behaviors that are beneficial to your overall future. Self-development also allows you to listen to your inner voice more clearly, succinctly, to be guided in the right direction where you're always meant to go towards. Self-development is the key, the gateway to finding happiness and contentment, to finding purpose, to finding your passions. It is about the holistic education of the self. Through the power of holistic development of the self, that you can change your life and influence those around you for the better. And in effect, you will be the catalyst, not only for yourself, but also to be the change of the world. Imagine the results of engaging in new behaviors, in new thinking, in new appraisals of your emotions towards your memories, towards the past, towards the present, towards the future. And in that way, you know that all the changes that you make today is bringing you in alignment into the life that you were always meant to live. And so in closing, I ask of you to becoming self-actualizing into your fullest potential.
Like and subscribe on YouTube. Booty in your face.
We found true happiness